host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
The thing I saw that was interesting was the reason for the Shedeur Sanders private workout. Now, it wasn't, basically going to pick the guy at number 3. It's all the chatter you wind up hearing as the days go by here. It's not, to pick him at number 3, right? A couple guys out there think the Giants might take him at number 3, but it just, I don't know. To me, it wouldn't. I can't see it happen. But rumors, right? Giants' reason for Shedeur Sanders' private workouts reportedly revealed. Aha. I mean, I don't know who's, it's because these people, they hear this stuff. And I don't know who's telling them this stuff. I mean, I guess they have friends on the team or something. I have no idea. I have no idea who's telling these people these stories or not. So, but one of the rumors, the Giants' pre-draft quarterback strategy is meant to protect the franchise in the event of any unexpected situations that might arise during the 2025 NFL Draft. You want to leave no stone unturned, right? On the latest episode of the Scoop City podcast, The Athletic's Dianna Russini explained the Giants' private workouts with Shedeur Sanders and other top quarterback prospects is about being prepared for as many situations that can happen in the draft. Right? Russini added the workout isn't likely tied to them considering a quarterback with the number 3 overall pick, where the organization is in lockstep and they know what they're doing at that spot. From the conversation I'm having, the Giants do not appear to be in a house divided as they plow ahead with what remains of their draft process. But I don't get the sense that these latest quarterback workout developments mean New York is eyeing a quarterback at number 3. Per Fox Sports' Jordan Schultz, the list of quarterbacks who schedule private workouts with the Giants 1 week out from the draft includes Sanders, Tyler Shaw, and Jalen Milroe. While it's not unusual for teams to hold private workouts with draft-eligible players, the Giants' timing raised some eyebrows because it's pretty close to the draft. But Giants general manager Joe Schoen told reporters on Wednesday the reasoning for the workouts was connected to the timing of the draft and Colorado's scheduling a late pro day. Now, one thing Schoen did say, and as I brought this up too, was that you don't want to have. I mean, if this happened with when Schoen, when he was back in Miami, they had a private workout with. I think they said it was a tight end. I think it was. And during their private workout, right, the tight end broke his his wrist or his hand. Something here broke during their private workout. And he hadn't had his pro day yet. So they said they have their pro day. All the teams could be there, right, present, and they get a good gist. They don't have necessarily a private workout, but at least at the pro day, they get to see them. Right. So then after the pro day, right, then there's the private workouts. And if something were to happen, like somebody breaks their wrist or something like that, and he can't have any more private workouts, well, at least they had the pro day. But I said, Shane, when he was back with Miami, it might have been also when Parcells was back in Miami as well, too. It's like 2008 or 9 or 10 or whatever it was. He said he kind of screwed some other teams over because they hurt a good tight end. I can't remember what he said his name, the tight end's name was. But so that's why you want to have the private workouts after the pro days, right? But Shane mentioned that the private workouts and all were so close to the draft because also the draft is very early. He said this is the early because it's obviously round 1 is always on a Thursday, right? But this is the earliest in April that you can have a draft, the 24th, because you can't have it on the 23rd, because if the draft is on the 23rd, that means there's also an April 30th. So the Thursday, so it's the last Thursday in April. So if the draft was on the 23rd, that means there's an April 30th at the 30th. So this is the 24th is the earliest. So that's why the pro day seems kind of late. Or the private workout seems kind of late. General Manager Joe Shane told reporters on Wednesday that the reasoning for the workouts was connected to the timing of the draft and Colorado scheduling a late pro day. So Colorado scheduled their late pro day, right? And then you can have the private workouts after that. It's a unique calendar year. I think the draft is as early as it can be, that Thursday in April being the 24th. If you're speaking specifically of Colorado, their pro day was April 4th. With the April 4th pro day of Colorado, we were already in meetings. When I left you guys at the owners' meetings at the end of March, we started draft meetings that Wednesday. That's how the calendar is for us every year. It was unusual that a pro day was that late, and we had to stop meetings to go to Boulder, but these private workouts had been in place. NFL scouting department is projecting the Giants will end up using the number 3 overall pick on Abdul Carter. Their second pick at number 34 is projected to be Milroe, if he makes it that far, giving the organization a potential long-term option at quarterback. New York has given itself options going into the 2025 season by signing Wilson and Winston in free agency. This allows the front office to take whomever they deem to be the best player available at their pick, right? Best player available. Then address quarterbacks either by potentially trading back into the first round later or waiting until early in the second round, if one of them's still there. It's not a bad strategy to employ for a franchise that has so many positional needs to fill and shouldn't pass on a potential transcendent talent that early in the first round to reach for a quarterback they may not be in love with. So, one thing you obviously you cannot do, right? You can't reach for that quarterback, right? Unless in their minds, if they're like, Shedeur is the man. Well, if Shedeur is the man, you're taking a 3. And you better be right, because you're betting your jobs on it, right? But if not, basically, according to everything I'm hearing anyway, Hunter and Carter can't miss prospects. If one of them's there, you scoop them up and you put them in your pocket. Okay, now you got Malik Neighbors, you got whoever the other guy, is a Hunter, is a Carter. You got these can't miss prospects, these blue chippers, right? The more of those you got on your team, the better, right? Obviously. Doesn't guarantee you wins, but you always need quarterbacks. But if you're almost guaranteed a top blue chip prospect, somebody you can't miss, you take them, right? I said, if there's any doubt or anything like that in your mind as far as the quarterback, that means you're reaching. You can't reach, in number 3. So as I said, it's going to be very, very interesting. What do the Giants wind up doing? As far as the quarterback. And especially in the draft.